lovies, I'm back. Hi, thank you for joining me. I wanted to make a quick video about psychic mediums and people, just people with gifts in general. So you have different types of mediums, right? We all know this. We can go online and Google what type of medium somebody is. Uh, Someone who can only hear spirits, someone who can only see, someone who smells, someone who just knows things and they don't know how they know them. There are, I think, about six. So I'm not going to go through each one of them unless, you need me to. Then just let me know and I'll make another video on that. But these people, what I really wanted to talk about is the fact that the general public thinks that psychic mediums, whatever division you're in, is supposed to know the future. And it's supposed to be that way forever, and that's just how it is. Let's just say someone tells you that you're going to buy a new car. I don't know what my deal is with cars, but let's just say you're supposed to buy a new car. And then you don't get the new car. You go and you're all happy and everything, and you get denied. Then what? You're like, oh, that person's fake. That person lied to me. But that's not necessarily the case. Like, anything could have happened. There is such a thing called free will, where maybe you were supposed to get a new car, but you applied for a new credit card and that brought your credit score down really quick at the same time. So when you went to get the new car, then your credit score wasn't what it should be or what that car dealership wanted it to be in order for you to get that new car. Or maybe that wasn't the dealership that you needed to go to get the car. So my point is basically, yes, mediums know things, but they don't know everything. I said that wrong. They know things, yes, but it doesn't mean that it will necessarily happen, because the future is subjective. The future could change at any given time. With one decision, you make one different decision than what you were on your path to make, and then you get a different outcome. It's like, there's a movie called Revolving Doors, I believe, or something like that, where this lady's on the train, and if she gets off the train, it's a subway. If she gets off of the train, then she meets this guy, and she has different events in her life that happen. And then there's another scenario where she stays on the train and she doesn't meet the guy, and then her life goes in this way. And she meets the guy later, I think, but it's just the same gist of it. Even that Nicolas Cage movie where he's the salesman. He's a very prominent salesman, sells cars or whatever. And he broke up with his high school girlfriend. They went to different colleges or something like that. Then he had a chance with her again because he made some kind of wish, and he got to see what life would be if he had stayed with her after high school, and what they would have been if they had just stayed together and not broken up. It's just things like that, where if you make a choice, one little choice that's not so little, you think it's little, but it's really not so little, that could change the circumstance of everything. Then there are people with visions and people who know things or whatever. It doesn't mean that they know everything. It doesn't mean that they see everything. There are psychic mediums who can see only certain people's future, people who need help. There are psychic mediums who can see everybody's future, who can see what's going to happen in 2032 if everything stays on path. There are mediums who can know, I don't know, just know whatever it's going to happen to who, let's say there are mediums who can only see the ghosts that they need to help because they're ghosts who are stuck in this world, who have unfinished business, or they just keep themselves here because they don't know that they can be forgiven and they can go home because, you know, the life that they live, they were condemned. You know, the church condemned them, the family condemned them, whoever. So this is what they still believe as ghosts, and they don't know that they've been forgiven and they can go home, well, forgive themselves or whatever. I'm sorry, I have to have my wine. I'm trying to work. So and so they only see certain ghosts. There are people who don't even know that they have any abilities, and they can be in a place and they see a ghost and the ghost follows them home because they work in a certain field. There was a cop who never believed in the supernatural, anything supernatural, and he was on the beat, I guess that's what they say, one day, and there was a ghost who followed him home because the young man had died in the forest, and he actually ended up helping this guy go home. Well, let his mom know and his family know where he was hidden in that forest, and then the guy actually was able to go home because he had done what he needed to do. So when we're looking for readings, yes, my point, when you're looking for someone to do a reading for you, don't expect them to answer your question. Yes, expect them to not ask you a lot of questions, because I believe that a real medium or a real tarot reader, a real reader, I should say, goes by spirit. And I know I made another video about tarot reading and spirit and all that jazz, but I believe that a real medium doesn't need to know a lot of information from you. Maybe they do. Maybe they need to know your birthday, because there are some people who write. They have to write your birthday in order to connect with you. Write your name, write your birthday in order to connect with you. But I don't believe that they need a lot more information besides that. You know, what's on your mind, what's going on. They don't. If you're working with spirit, if you're working from the spirit, which is from your heart, then it will guide them. But yes, my point, I'm sorry, it's just me. I'm a Gemini. My mind goes everywhere. I'm air. My point is, when you're looking for a reading, don't hold it against that person if they can't tell you everything that you need to know, everything that you want to know, because they'll tell you what you need to know. You may not think that this is what you need to know, but it is. Because some things that you want to know, oh, is my boyfriend cheating on me? You know he is because you think that he is. You know in your heart that he is. You just want the confirmation. Should I move to another city and start all over again? You know you should, because you made the thought. You know, it's here in you. Everything that you need is within you. You just want the confirmation. You just want somebody to tell you whether it's a good decision or not. You want somebody to tell you whether you'll be successful in what you want to do or not. So you're letting fear guide you instead of letting the reader and spirit guide you and tell you what you need or help you find what you need. I wish my guys and my whole team, I call them the conglomerate, I wish they would tell me something, but I gotta figure it out on my own. But don't hold it against them, because, and then too, that may not be their gift. You may have chosen someone who you want information from, but that's not their expertise. So it should be on you to ask them what their expertise is. And if it's not in line with what you need, then move on to the next person. It's just that simple. You ask the questions. Because when you're looking for a doctor, you're not going to go to a foot specialist to help you with your breasts. You're not going to go to a gynecologist to help you with your nerves or something that's going on in your head, depression or whatever. So you're going to ask questions and do your research before you just go and let someone work on you. It's the same thing with a medium, with a reader, with whatever title you want to give him or her. Do your homework, ask your questions, and then feel that person, and don't let them ask you a lot of questions, because I think they just don't need to. But that's just my experience. It's all on what you believe and what they do and whatnot, but don't hold it against them. They're people just like you, and they go through a lot of stuff too. And I say this because I say they because I don't consider myself a medium just yet. I consider myself a healer. That's what I like to do, is heal people. I don't like to tell the future, and I don't like to do the things that most people want. I want to help you become a better you. So I say they, and I speak for a hope. I hope that I speak for a lot of different people and what they do, but they have a life too. They have lives too. Being a medium is not easy. You have to think about it. Think about your own life, right? You may have a family, you may have a job, you may have things on the side, friends, or a business that you want to build. You may have, I don't know, school, your child's school, everything that you have to deal with, someone else's drama. So you got to deal with your own stuff, and then you got to deal with all the things in your world that surround you. Well, a medium and a reader, so myself, we have all that stuff as well, but we also have demons who we see. We also have spirits who we see. We also have angels, and we also have all types of things, and you, strangers who we don't know, who we're trying to help, who halfway believe what we're trying to teach you and help you with. Because y'all will be quick to say that somebody is a lie. Y'all will be quick to say that somebody is fake, and it's only because we're not giving you the information that you want to hear. It's not that we're fake. Now, some of us are scamming, some of them are scamming, but there are a lot of us who are like, hey, your uncle said this, and we're hesitant about telling you this stuff because you're going to be like, how do you know? No, that can't be true. No, that's not my uncle. No, that's not how they were in this life. How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Like, how else the freak would we know? Like, we can't explain. We can tell you all day, oh, because I see dead people. But you're not going to get that because you don't see dead people. So anyway, back to my point. Again, Gemini, I'm sorry. Hey, that air in me. But we have all kinds of things on us. Like, we'll wake up in the middle of the night and somebody's standing over us. We have to sleep with the lights on. We're having a conversation with a ghost or a spirit or an angel, and you come in and you think we're crazy because you don't see anybody. So be kind, be gentle, because there are lots of things going on that you don't know about. Sorry about that. Husband came in. He doesn't understand the work that I do. He wants to be in my video, but he can't because he doesn't know. He doesn't see dead people either. And it's very difficult living with someone, being married to someone who doesn't see what you see, who doesn't believe in what you believe in. So things like that, we have to be strong, and we don't have support like you do. We support each other as much as we can, but it's something, just the way that you feel that you're alone in the things that you go through, we feel extra alone because we live in 2 or 3 different worlds. And then we've got people saying that we're fake and we're lying, and because they don't understand, because you don't understand what we go through. And that's all we want, is for you to understand and work with us. We're not going to get it right the first time, every time. Anything and everything can change. Anything and everything can be what it is. And why? And not what it is. But just be patient and understand and do your research. Go online. I hate telling people to go online, really, because Google has so much information that it would confuse you if you can't see your guides and you can't allow them to guide you. And that's a very difficult thing. Maybe I should make a video about that too, because a lot of people want to see their guides, but you do have to work. If you're an adult, you do have to work and get the world off of you before you can actually see them and hear them, or whatever your gift may be, whatever your connection may be. But that is my word for today. I hope you understand. I hope you understood the message. Just be kind to us. Psychic mediums, whatever our clair is, clairsentient, clairaudient, clairvoyance, whatever our clair is, work with us. We're working with you. We don't ask you to work with us normally, but I'm asking you now. Work with us. Understand us. Learn what it is that we do and what we go through. Ask us. You can ask us just about anything. We'll tell you. We want you to understand what we go through. We want you to understand why we do and say the things that we do, so that we can help you better, and that probably so that you can figure out what you can do, because we're all connected. We're all gifted in some kind of way. Something. We are all spiritual beings. None of us are meant to be on this earth and stay on this earth. That's why we're born, and that's why we die. That's why we ascend. That's why we are dropped here, aliens or whatever. That's a different story, different video. But that's why we come here, to learn, to grow, to become better spirits than what we were. Because, as spirits, you don't really feel anything. It's just, I wouldn't say bliss, but it's just, we're just there. There's no happiness, sadness. Well, there are emotions, but not like here. Because as spirits, we know what it is. We know that we're protected. We know that we can do anything. There are no parameters. There's no time. There's no limits. There are no limits as a spirit. But here in this world of matter, a lot of things matter that shouldn't. So if I wasn't clear, let me know and ask questions. Just tell me I wasn't clear and I need to make another video, and I need to answer this question, and I need to answer that question. I need to find a friend and pull someone else in to answer a question. I just want you to understand where we're coming from, who we are, what we do, why we do it. And I know I've said that already, and I won't be repetitive anymore. So thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.